Hey y'all, it's Pete with Hunt Fish Protect. We're coming to the time of year where you'll start to see some traps put on the landscape, whether it be for depredation issues, protecting breeding waterfowl, or even just people working around their homes and farms. Most of you have seen live traps, the big cages that animals get stuck in like a big kennel. I'm going to go over some of the other types of traps you might encounter and how to handle them. The first one is going to be actually my personal favorite when it comes to raccoon traps. It's basically a handcuff for raccoons. It's very species specific. You're probably only going to catch a raccoon, and it's safe to use around dogs, cats, that type of thing, because they can't actually trigger this unless they put their paws inside, grab the latch, and pull out, and that's going to make this specifically towards a raccoon. So in this type of trap, you can press the deal in, latch the trigger, and just like that, and then you'd say drop some kibble or some marshmallows down inside, and a raccoon comes along, puts his paw in there, pulls up on the trigger, and then this thing handcuffs the raccoon. So just like that, and then the raccoon is just has its paw in here and it can't pull out, and then you got your caught raccoon to deal with. As far as it goes, this is one of the most species specific perfect traps that I can do, or I do, when it comes to damage control for raccoons, especially around people's houses, because you're not going to catch anybody's pets. Next trap is going to be the most common one that most of you have seen. It's the foothold trap. This is a fox coyote size trap. I'm just going to go over a quick way. Basically, this functions again as a handcuff. These are all species specific. They're not designed to cause pain, because pain equals fight, fight equals damage, damage equals the animal getting away. So traps aren't designed to harm, they're designed to hold. That being said, if your dog steps into it, they're probably going to bounce around a little bit. It's going to be a shock, a surprise, then they're going to have a handcuff tightly applied to their leg. So if that happens, let the animal calm down a little bit, go up to it, and if you can get the trap to stay flat on the ground, keep the dog's leg just straight into it. This is really easy. All you do is, if you have the ability, put one foot on one side, one foot on the other, and just press down on those ears. Now the trap is wide open, foot comes out, that's all it is. If you have more hand strength, all you got to do is just push down, and again, the trap is open. So these ones are actually pretty simple to deal with. They look a lot more difficult than they really are, but as far as it goes, if your pet did get caught in one of these, they're actually pretty simple to get them out of. Lastly, this is a trap that if your pet does get caught in it, you're going to want to act quickly. This is a conibear trap. This is a 220. This is the most common size that a pet would encounter, because these are going to be set more on land than anything else. The bigger sizes for beavers are likely going to be set in the water, where your pet's probably not going to encounter them. But if you're dealing in an area that has raccoons, skunks, depredation issues, these are very commonly tucked into buckets or boxes with bait at the back, so the animal puts its head through and gets caught generally right behind the head. So if your pet does get caught in one of these and it's around the neck or on top of the head or anything like that, just know you're going to want to act pretty quickly. Staying calm, doing what you need to do is what's going to be the most useful thing in these situations. It can be tough, but obviously slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So let me open this thing up a little bit so that you can see what it would look like if something was caught. Now this trap has been fired, and you can see that these two jaws are pinched together. In the event that this was set, it would look more like this, with a trigger hanging in the middle, and then when the trap would go off, it would slam jaws shut. It's just a big square, so this is it fired off. Now, to get an animal out of this, it's actually pretty simple. If you have the hand strength, grab these two and just work them till they're together, and then there's a little safety latch that's hanging here, and you can clip the safety latch on. You're going to want to slide it all the way toward the end, all the way as close as you can to these eyelets, and you can get the hook, and that one is now safe-ish. Now for this other one, what I'm going to do is show you how to do it if you don't have the hand strength, but you have shoelaces, you have any type of rope with you, anything like that, cord, you name it, you can use it all. So take the laces out of your shoe if you have to. What you're going to do is very simple. Through this bottom eyelet, up, through the top eyelet, up, and then do it one more time through the same path. That's all you got to remember, is just up, around, and up. Then take the bottom of this, whether it be your dog's leash, your cord, whatever it may be, step on it, hold the top, and just pull the two parts. And you can see right there, it just drew it together. You can easily flip this safety latch back over. And right now, this trap has been put out of commission, basically. There's no power to it anymore. All the power is in these springs, and the springs are now compressed. So, the trap is wide open, there's no pressure. You can pull your animal out and check them over. Obviously, if they've been hurt, take them to a vet right away. Anytime that these type of traps would slam shut on, say, the back of your animal's head or neck, please take them to the vet. Get them checked out. There's probably going to be some bruising at the very least. But that's basically what you need to know if you do happen to encounter a trap. Now, traps are protected in North Dakota, so if you happen to come across one that's been set and it's probably going to be illegal, leave it alone. If you think it's illegal, call your local law enforcement, because if indeed it is in fact illegal, use triggering it could mean that the person that set it is never going to get caught, and they might have 10 more traps out just like that that you don't know about. And that one trap was what the warden needed to pin them down and find them and watch that to see who's running these traps and to be able to catch them. So please don't interfere with traps. Either you're going to be causing an illegal act, or you're probably going to be interfering with a potential investigation that could go with your information. Now, obviously, if it's already been fired because your animal got caught in it, that is what it is. Take your animal out, leave it where it is, and contact law enforcement and let them take it from there. If you have any further questions, post up below. I can go through these traps or other kinds of traps in more detail. I'm not going to debate the pros and cons of trapping with anybody, but as far as it goes, I will go over the physical aspects of it and the regulations. Y'all stay tuned. This is Pete with Hunt, Fish, Protect.